Have you ever met someone who had every reason to keep what wasn't theirs, yet chose to do the right thing anyway? Imagine struggling to pay rent, worrying about your child's next meal, and then finding a wallet stuffed with $40,000 in cash. Most people would call it a miracle. But one single father made a choice that would change not only his life, but the life of a powerful CEO who had almost forgotten what true kindness looked like. She thought she had lost only a wallet. She had no idea she was about to find something far more valuable, a lesson that money could never buy. What happened after she secretly followed the man who returned her wallet would leave both of them forever changed. Before we begin, if stories about kindness, hope, and second chances touch your heart, make sure to subscribe to Be Kind Always, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Every act of kindness starts with one caring heart, and together we can inspire thousands more. It was a cold Friday evening in downtown Chicago. The sidewalks were crowded with people rushing home after another busy workweek. Among them was Michael Carter, a 38-year-old single father who worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Life had not been kind to Michael. After losing his wife to illness 3 years earlier, he promised himself he would never let Lily feel alone. Every morning he packed her lunch, walked her to school, and then spent long hours delivering packages before working evenings as a janitor in an office building. Money was always tight. Sometimes he skipped dinner so Lily could have seconds. His shoes were worn out, his old truck barely started, and overdue bills piled up on the kitchen counter. As Michael walked past a luxury hotel that evening, he noticed a black leather wallet lying near the entrance. He picked it up and opened it, hoping to find an ID. Instead, his heart nearly stopped. Inside were neat stacks of $100 bills. $40,000. There were also several credit cards and a business card with one name. Emily Harrison, CEO of Harrison Technologies. Michael stared at the money. His rent was 2 months overdue. Lily needed new glasses. His truck needed expensive repairs. That money could solve almost every problem he had. For a long moment, he stood perfectly still. Then he quietly closed the wallet. "It doesn't belong to me," he whispered. Inside the hotel ballroom, Emily Harrison was attending a charity fundraiser with some of the city's most influential business leaders. She was respected for building a billion-dollar company, but years of constant work had made her distant from the people around her. When she reached into her purse and realized her wallet was missing, panic rushed over her. Security immediately searched the building. No one could find it. Just as Emily was preparing to cancel every credit card she owned, a hotel employee approached her. "Ma'am," he said, smiling. "A gentleman is here asking for you." Michael stood quietly in the lobby holding the wallet. "Is this yours?" he asked. Emily quickly checked inside. Every dollar was still there. Nothing was missing. She looked at Michael's old jacket, muddy boots, and tired face. "You returned all of it?" she asked in disbelief. Michael nodded. "It wasn't mine." Emily reached into the wallet and pulled out several $1,000s. "Please," she said. "Take this reward." Michael smiled politely and stepped back. "No, thank you." "You don't understand," Emily insisted. "I understand perfectly," Michael replied. "My daughter deserves a father she can be proud of more than she deserves money earned the wrong way." Those words stayed with Emily long after Michael disappeared into the evening. Something about him didn't make sense. Most people would have taken at least some of the cash. Why hadn't he? The next afternoon, curiosity got the better of her. Without telling anyone, Emily asked her driver to follow the address listed on Michael's ID, which security had copied during the wallet return. She expected to find a comfortable suburban home. Instead, she found a tiny apartment building with peeling paint and broken stairs. From inside her car, she watched Michael climb the steps carrying 2 grocery bags. Moments later, the front door burst open. Little Lily ran into his arms. "Daddy!" Michael laughed, lifted her high into the air, and spun her around while she giggled with pure joy. Emily couldn't stop watching. The apartment lights revealed old furniture, patched curtains, and almost empty shelves. Yet laughter filled every corner. That evening, she saw Michael helping Lily with homework at the kitchen table before reading her a bedtime story. There was no luxury. No expensive toys. Only love. Emily quietly wiped away a tear. She suddenly realized something painful. Her own mansion had everything money could buy. Yet it had never felt that warm. The following Monday, Emily invited Michael to her office. He nervously arrived wearing his only dress shirt. "I didn't come for a reward," he said immediately. Emily smiled. "I know." She placed a folder on the desk. "I actually came to offer you a job." Michael looked confused. "I've read your background. Before your wife became sick, you managed warehouse operations for several years." Michael nodded. "I had to quit when I became her full-time caregiver." Emily leaned forward. "My company needs someone honest more than someone with the perfect resume." She slid the employment contract toward him. The salary was more than double what Michael earned from both of his jobs combined. Health insurance. Paid vacation. Flexible hours so he could still care for Lily. Michael's eyes filled with tears. "Why me?" Emily smiled gently. "Because skills can be taught. Integrity can't." Michael accepted the position, but the story didn't end there. Over the following months, his honesty transformed the workplace. Employees trusted him. Customers respected him. His positive attitude spread through every department. People worked harder because they knew their manager genuinely cared about them. Emily also began changing. She spent less time chasing profits and more time listening to employees. She started scholarship programs for workers' children. She expanded paid family leave. She quietly created an emergency fund to help employees facing unexpected hardships. All because one stranger had reminded her that success means very little if it isn't shared with others. 1 year later, Emily attended Lily's elementary school graduation after receiving a personal invitation. When Lily walked across the stage, she spotted Emily in the audience and smiled. After the ceremony, Lily hugged both Michael and Emily. "Thank you for believing in my dad," she whispered. Emily smiled through tears. "No," she replied softly. "Thank your dad for believing that kindness is always worth more than money." Sometimes the greatest treasures are not hidden inside wallets, bank accounts, or expensive homes. They are found inside ordinary people who choose honesty when no one is watching, compassion when life is difficult, and kindness even when they have every reason not to. One simple decision by a struggling father changed 2 families forever. It proved that goodness has a way of traveling farther than we can ever imagine. Every act of kindness plants a seed of hope in someone else's heart, and that seed can grow into something beautiful for generations to come. So today, wherever you are, remember this: you may never know how one honest choice, one helping hand, or one kind word could completely change another person's life. Choose kindness anyway, because the world always becomes brighter when ordinary people decide to do extraordinary good.